What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the Nintendo Switch. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is the sequel to the widely successful Xenoblade Chronicles, which came out in 2012 for the original Nintendo Wii. And let me tell you guys, this game is massive. I just beat the game. I clocked in over 84 hours, and that's just doing the main story with only some of the side quests. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of freaking side quests in this game, and I was not conquering them all. Now, one of the cool things about this game is it's absolutely beautiful. And as I mentioned, it's massive. The worlds are massive. There's still things that you can discover even after you thought you've gone through the whole map. So in this game, you follow the role of a kid named Rex, who's Rex is a driver, and I'm not really sure what they do in the long run. I probably wasn't paying attention during that whole explanation, but he can have these things called blades. Now, these blades are basically these intelligent life forms. However, they're developed from core crystals, which you find throughout the game, and you can unlock more blades to build your team. And each blade, they can have their own separate abilities. Some are fighters, some are what are called tanks, some are healers. And they play a huge role, not only in the story of the game, but also how the combat plays out. Now, in the story of the game, Rex is basically trying to reach this place called Elysium, which is supposed to be like the Holy Land. To get all the answers he's looking for as to what drivers are, as to what blades are, and he's basically trying to stop this guy named Malos and Jin from destroying the world. And that's pretty much the gist of the story. However, this story is divided up into 10 chapters, and the cutscenes are like hours long in each chapter, and the chapters themselves, that you guys can tell from me saying I clocked in 84 hours just trying to play the main story alone, these chapters are long. But the fact that they're long does not mean they're not enjoyable. Now let's talk about the combat. Like I was saying, turns out I was playing this game all wrong for a while, and they explained this early on in the game that you have to work on your combo system to unlock the special moves and basically make the enemies a lot easier to defeat. For whatever reason, I kind of put that to the side, and I'm sitting there struggling. I thought you really had to grind in this game. And I grinded, and I leveled up, and I still wasn't beating these enemies. And then once I started actually following the combos, the game got a whole lot easier, especially towards the end where I was struggling. Now, these combos basically can incapacitate your enemy and help you either gain HP potions that'll fall, and, the better the combo, the bigger the HP potion, so the more it recovers your party. Now, one thing I like about it is it's an active combat system, which I mean you can move around and attack as you see fit. However, your character does auto attack, so you don't have to press a button just to attack, but you do have to press the buttons corresponding as the gauges fill up to unlock or to unleash special moves, which help to build up towards your combo finishers. And you do have a combo or a chain attack gauge at the top of the screen, so that when that's filled up, you can do this devastating chain attack, and if you pretty much do it correctly, it takes out more damage. Now, this game's story, like I mentioned, was fantastic. The art and the beauty of this game definitely all comes together. Now, graphically, the game feels like a Tales of game in a little bit sense, just because of how the characters are designed and how the art style is. And sort of how the towns are, which is fine because I love the Tales of series by Namco. If you guys haven't played it, definitely go check this out. However, Monolith Soft definitely did a great service to this game by adapting to that art style, which seems like a lot of JRPGs are following these days. Now, throughout the game, naturally in a JRPG, you meet a lot of different characters that assist you on your journey, and each one of them has their own blades, which you can, if you really wanted, disengage them from their original drivers and put them on Rex. But I wouldn't really recommend it. But who am I? I'm the one that had an issue doing all the battling. But based on how you set up them with all their blades that you can unlock for themselves, also, it makes the battling system a whole lot funner. Now, there's an affinity chart, we're going to go with that, which helps not only level up your driver and your blade, but it unlocks different abilities that makes the whole game a whole lot easier if you follow them. Now, that might require doing a lot of side quests to do, or it might just require feeding them the right type of item. You guys, if you played the game, you know what I'm saying. However, in the long run, if you take your time to just enjoy the game and play everything it has to offer, it all kind of comes hand in hand of how to play it, how to beat it, which is really, really cool. One thing, a little pet peeve of mine that I was confused with when I started playing the game, I thought I got like the wrong copy of the game because everyone seemed to have like a British or Australian accent in the voiceovers, but that's as like you start playing, you kind of realize that those voiceovers just kind of fit to the whole scenery and the whole scenario of the game, which all in all works out perfectly. Now I've never played the original Xenoblade Chronicles, so I don't know how this ties in the second one, if it's even a direct sequel. So you guys can answer that question for me in the comments below. Now, like I said, this game is massive. There's times where you could travel this world and see things for the first time that you thought you've traveled that whole map before, which is just the beauty of this game. It's huge. There's just so much to do. And for it to be on like only a 32 gigabyte Nintendo Switch cartridge and to be this long is incredible. They definitely nailed this one, hit it out of the ballpark. This game to me is a fantastic game and just shows that you can put a full-fledged JRPG on the Switch with the length. I found myself playing it in handheld mode on the TV, just sitting in bed at night too, like playing it in handheld mode. I found it sometimes easier to beat the enemies in handheld mode. I don't know if that's just because of a latency issue or because I'm more focused in the game. However, the fact that I put 84 hours in this game and it felt like nothing, definitely, to each its own, shows that this is definitely a fantastic game that a lot of you Switch owners, if you can't find a game to play that you want to take up a whole lot of your time, definitely give this one a shot. Now guys, that's what I think about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. A fantastic open world JRPG that has a whole lot to explore, a whole lot to see, a whole lot of dirty humor at random points, which is surprising for a Nintendo game, but welcomed. It's fun, it's entertaining. This game will keep you going for hours on end. Guys, if you've played this, leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of Xenoblade Chronicles 2? What games does it remind you of? What do you think they could have improved, or what do you think they did completely right? Thank you for watching this video. Go check out all my other videos. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Share the video. Do whatever you want. Have a good day. See you. Bye.